I had always dreamed of visiting Egypt, the ancient history, the majestic pyramids, the mysterious Sphinx. It all called out to me. So when the opportunity arose to take a vacation to this fascinating country, I jumped at the chance. As I stepped off the plane in Cairo, I was immediately struck by the heat. The sun beat down relentlessly, making me grateful for the wide-brimmed hat I had packed. The air was thick with the scent of spices and sand, a heady mix that was both intoxicating and overwhelming. My first stop was the Great Pyramid of Giza. As I stood before this towering monument, I was awestruck by its sheer size and grandeur. How had the ancient Egyptians managed to build such a marvel with nothing but primitive tools and sheer determination? It was a question that would haunt me throughout my trip. Next, I visited the Sphinx. This enigmatic creature, with its human face and lion's body, seemed to gaze out at me with a knowing expression. I couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence in its presence, as if it held the secrets of the ages within its stone form. I spent days exploring the temples and tombs of Luxor, marveling at the intricate hieroglyphics and elaborate carvings that adorned every surface. The Valley of the Kings was a particular highlight, with its hidden chambers and elaborate burial sites that spoke of a civilization obsessed with the afterlife. One of the most memorable experiences of my trip was a hot air balloon ride over the Valley of the Kings at sunrise. As the sun rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the ancient landscape, I felt a sense of peace and wonder wash over me. It was a moment I would never forget. I also took a cruise down the Nile, watching as the lush green banks gave way to the endless expanse of the desert. The river was a lifeline for the ancient Egyptians, providing fertile land for crops and a means of transportation for goods and people. It was easy to see why they revered it as a god. In Cairo, I visited the Egyptian Museum, home to a vast collection of artifacts and treasures from ancient Egypt. The sheer volume of history contained within its walls was staggering, and I spent hours wandering through its halls, marveling at the intricacy of the jewelry, the beauty of the statues, and the sheer age of it all. Of course, no trip to Egypt would be complete without a visit to the bustling bazaars and markets. The sights and sounds assaulted my senses, the vibrant colors of the spices, the calls of the vendors hawking their wares, the throngs of people jostling for space. It was a chaotic and exhilarating experience that left me breathless and eager for more. As my trip drew to a close, I found myself reluctant to leave this ancient land. Egypt had captured my heart in a way I had never expected, and I knew that I would carry the memories of this trip with me for the rest of my days. The history, the culture, the people, they had all left an indelible mark on my soul, and so as I boarded the plane back home, I knew that Egypt would always hold a special place in my heart. It was a land of mystery and wonder, of beauty and chaos, and I was grateful to have had the chance to experience it all. Egypt had changed me in ways I couldn't fully comprehend, and I knew that I would forever be grateful for the opportunity to have walked in the footsteps of pharaohs and gods. Egypt, what an incredible, amazing place.